Hey guys, Galucia here on day 2 of the IndustrialCraft Adventures series. I like, I came up with that idea at the end of the last episode because I knew I was going to time this. And I was like, how am I going to time this? Am I going to have like a timer up in the corner, or how are we going to do this? But doing it in a fashion that has you just, whoa, that guy went flying. Might as well scoop up this sand. I'm going to need that for Windows. Doing it in a fashion that just, every Minecraft day is an episode. Sheer brilliance. Can I just put that out there? That's really going to work, because then we can just, every episode gets, day 2, and then it's such an easy way to track how long it's taking me to get to the end goal, which would be like day 150. Like, it's going to be a long time. It really is. It's going to take a while. So, anyway, here we are, IndustrialCraft, day 2. I'm going to obviously get my house finished. And I really want glass too, because the big thing about day 1, or night 1 I should say, was obviously that we were not protected from the various mean, terrible things that tend to come out at night. And 2, 3, I wanted to have, that's what I wanted my pattern to be for the windows, right? Yes. Okay. But yeah, so obviously, that was a major problem for us, that we didn't have the means of defending ourselves. Now, my next problem is that I need stone, and so I can make a furnace, and I need to get started on glass. So we're not even going to get into like industrial craft stuff type yet. I mean, that's a long way off, because industrial craft takes a lot to really even get started with. So the first few episodes are going to more or less be based more on, just normal Minecraft survival stuff. But having said that, even in the very beginning, when you start collecting things, you have industrial craft in mind. So that determines a lot. Like, it determined where I put my house, because there happen to be a bunch of rubber trees there. So what a great place to put a house, so I can already have a nice source of rubber. The next major thing that is important for industrial craft is redstone. Even the most basic machine, I can't get started without redstone, which requires you to get a very deep mine shaft going so that you can start looking for redstone. So that's going to be a big part of what we do, where normally I might not, start out right away with a really deep mine shaft. It's important because I really need to get that redstone going if I'm going to get involved in industrial craft stuff. And I went as far as I could go without hitting dirt. I'm going to come back up, make a shovel, and make the furnace, and start working on making some coal, or charcoal in this case. We gotta get going on all types of stuff. So let's get started first with the charcoal. I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 furnaces. Whoops, I'm misclicking like crazy. It's enough for now, and I'm gonna immediately go to collect some sand so that we can get started with more glass. So that's really gonna be important to get that glass situation squared away. Whoop. And then we're gonna have to obviously get the roof done. That's also important. Whoa, whoa. Okay, cool story, bro. Hopefully this sand doesn't, like, collapse at some point. I'm hoping there's a lot of sandstone beneath here, because that's some sketchy stuff. Okay, that should be more than enough sand. 37 pieces total. I highly doubt I'm going to need that much. Glass, of course, will be used at some point. I just don't need that much right now, so. Okay. We're going to split that up. There you go. And let's go ahead and make a double chest just to start storing the most basic things now. And then we'll worry about properly separate. Oh, I only need to make 1 chest. I forgot. I had, well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. What wall? Okay, this wall is going to be for my machines. This wall I will start using for storage. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So anything that I don't immediately need, with no regard to organizing it at all, is just going to get thrown into the chest, including in the chest. We'll worry about it later. wait for 2 more pieces of glass, and then I'm going to use glass panes because it uses less resources. Resources are very important in industrial craft, especially early on. You only want to, like, cook a certain amount of stuff. Like, you don't want to just, like, you know, like, oh, I found a stack of iron while I was mining in the mine shaft. I should totally just cook all of this. That's not... You don't want to do that because you're gonna be able to make machines like macerators and whatnot that are gonna make you get more for your money. You know, instead of getting 1 piece of iron, you're gonna get 2 pieces of iron, and that kind of a theme just keeps going to more and more stuff that you make. So you only want to make as much as you absolutely need to get the job done. So it's important that you don't get carried away with your resources early on, and you make the most out of everything that you get. Speaking of which, I still need to make a roof, so I do want this dirt because I need to get up here so I can get started on that. Because I don't even have enough to finish it. I'm gonna have to go get some, unfortunately. But again, we can get started with it at least. I'm just trying to not have the same mistakes we had last episode, and for this one, we want to stay safe at night. You know what I just thought about? As soon as I get some gold, I'm gonna have to make a clock, because I just realized if I was doing an episode where I happen to be down in the mine shafts, how would I know when it's nighttime and daytime? How would I know that the day has been done? I would have no way of knowing that. So we're gonna have to make a clock as soon as possible, and until then, I'm gonna be cautious about the time I spend down in a mine shaft so that we don't go over our time. Okay. I'm doing a lot of misclicking today. What's up with that? Let's go ahead and eat some bread. Thank God for the starter chest. I got 3 pieces of bread and 2 apples, and that was nice to start off with. Okay, what happened here? Okay, good. We got all our charcoal. So let's take 8 of that. Go ahead and cook the resin. See if I can't get some more resin while I'm at it. See if I can use this tap up. Some of these taps probably grew back by now, I'm sure. I forget where they are, so I gotta keep looking for them. Is there one way up there? No. Okay. Optical illusion. Ooh, there's one way up there, though. It's a good start. Like I said, it's worthless until we get redstone, but at least that way when we get the redstone, we have all the rubber we need to get started. Where'd that resin go? Did I pick it up? I don't remember how much I had before I tapped it, but it didn't make the sound effect of me picking it up. Interesting. No, there it is right there. How did you get... Interesting. That's another thing, though. You don't want to make more rubber than you need either, because once you make an extractor, then that makes the rubber a lot easier. But since there's a tree right there, and we're doing decent with charcoal, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Might as well finish cooking that. And with the pieces I have remaining, I'm going to go ahead and make torches. And then I'm going to go ahead and put torches around inside the house at least. That's a good start. Now, wood. Let's see if we can't get the roof finished before nightfall. Where's my son? Oh, boy. Okay. I don't like cutting down big trees because the branches are annoying, and I hate leaving floating trees. So we'll make our way over here to some of the small ones. So hopefully everybody's enjoying IndustrialCraft Adventures so far. I'm enjoying it, and I wanted to, at least for the start of the series, make the episodes a little bit more frequent. I know some fans of the Minecraft Adventures series might be like, what the heck, why don't you do more of those? But I just started this series, so I don't want people to like be excited that it came back and then have to wait an entire week just for like the second episode. So probably for at least the first 4 to 6 episodes, they're going to be 2 a week rather than 1, and then we'll probably go back to... It depends what other things I'm doing. Like, I'm working on wrapping up the... That was perfect. I'm working on wrapping up the Civ 5 series. with very few episodes left before the end of that. So it depends on how quickly I jump into another Let's Play that's, you know, other than like zombies and Minecraft. And if I have available days and I have time to do it, then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make those videos. So we'll keep doing IndustrialCraft Adventures whenever it's, you know, makes sense and it's possible. Okay, it's almost nightfall, so the important thing is to make us spider-proof, which means strips of wood so they can't fit in. Now we're like immediately spider-proof in case they like all of a sudden showed up like out of nowhere. Now I can get to work on filling in the stripes. Sometimes I like to fill these stripes with glass because then you get like, you know, it's just nice looking and you get the nice looking daylight from it and so on and so forth. But I plan on putting lots of wiring and solar panels and stuff like that on the roof. So it's probably best just to have a solid roof. Okay, so it is nightfall, but as I said, we're going to do days and nights through. So we're going to get as much done as we can without leaving, because last time we left, that didn't work out. Well, it's not that we left. We were kind of just stuck here regardless. But yeah, we're going to do our best to not leave. So we can get started on a floor. And we can talk about IndustrialCraft a little bit. So the set of like what's going to happen here is basically when you first start getting your redstone and whatnot, the first set of stuff that you have to do is we're going to get our generator going, then we're going to get our macerator going, and we're going to get our extractor going. We got to get all four of those things going before anything else. That's in that order. That's how I do things. So after today, with starting on day 3's episode, I imagine there's going to be a lot. There's going to be at least 1 or 2 episodes where there's a lot of digging. So hopefully you're a fan of mining, because it's really important to find that type of stuff if you're going to get started with IndustrialCraft stuff, which, as I stated, I want to be able to do as soon as possible. The sooner I can get started with it, the better. We continue to have free time. I don't have 1 drop of wood. I just realized I need sticks. Do I have any sticks? No, I use that for the stinking torches. Okay, I'm going to brave the no, I'm not going to brave the elements because I don't even have an axe. Which, I don't even have a stick, so I can't even make an axe. Wow, I really managed that poorly. So I got to go out and punch a tree just so I can at least get some sticks. I couldn't have screwed that up more if I tried. Jeez. I suppose I could tear up my floor. It's dangerous out there. I don't even know how much I want to go out there. So many terrible things. Ah. Oh, great. Now he's banging on the door. And the spider's on the roof. Alright. We're going for it here. Ah. 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 Wooden swords. Yeah. Wooden sword is already, like, kafuzzled. And there's so many death things between me and where the trees are that it's really not worth it trying to even get that. What I was going to do is I was going to start working on digging out my basement, but I wanted to be able to build a staircase in not a staircase, a ladder, so I can get back out. But I suppose I'll just make a dirt column to get back out, because this is really the only thing left that I can do with the nightfall while it's still nighttime. It's pretty dangerous out there, and I don't even have a stone sword, so it's pretty nasty. So we'll just get done with this. Now, my episode for explaining what it is that I do and what I use for... Let me see. 1, 2, 3. So this is the middle. What it is that I actually use to install IndustrialCraft and the other mods that I'm using. Oh! Uranium in my floor. How convenient. And potentially hazardous to one's health, I would imagine. I'm going to have that episode come out very soon. Probably the next weekend. Because I did want to get into the meat of the series and have a few episodes before we worried about the tutorial video on how you too can get into this. Oh, nice, some iron. So I'm finding more useful stuff here than I did in the mine shaft I already started to dig. It's funny. So expect that coming up in a little bit. I would imagine episode 4 is going to be, it won't really be the 4th episode so much as it's just going to be a tutorial, but the 4th time I do a video about this, I should say. Okay, oh yeah, that's right, the moon. Where's the moon? Wow, it's not even visible yet? It's still that high up? Okay. A basement is really important for Industrial Craft because that's where I like to put all the powering stuff, the generator and the bat box and stuff like that, because it's all going to tie in, because that way you can run the wiring under the house and just have it come up to your machines. So that way you don't have a bunch of like ugly wiring all over your house. Although the wiring's not nearly as ugly as it used to be back in the day with the original IC, but it's still pretty ugly. So this will make everything look nicer and neater. That way all you see is the machines and not necessarily why or how the machines are working. But not a bad first day. I got the house complete, or sorry, day 2. Not too bad for day 2, because I got the house 100% completed to the point where we're safe, and like a quarter of the floor, or a third. Started working on the basement, which is going to be important, although it's not the most exciting thing in the world to do. And just from doing that, we got a bunch of iron, which is important to do. So that's a good first step towards getting the machines going. 24 rubber right out of the gate is also a pretty big deal. That's pretty awesome. So we got a lot of positive things going for us. And basically from this point, I need to wait for the sun to come up for these mobs to stop being jerks. And probably what we're going to do is I'm going to start off while it's daylight on gathering a little bit more wood and stuff. We'll get the tools built, and then day 3 we will get the mine shaft dug to the point where it's down to the depth that we want, probably a depth of 12, and start looking for redstone and stuff so that we can get started on the actual machines. So thanks for watching another episode of IndustrialCraft Adventures. I really appreciate the support as always. Hopefully you had as much fun watching as I had playing it, and I will see you guys on day 3.